Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, we are definitely getting an amazing show with these multiple characters. To know that we're getting so many different personalities and seemingly one character stealing the spotlight per like maybe two episodes or a little bit like a full episode and then maybe an episode and a half with how things are just like going in this episode. So I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to spread out this attention to all the characters, or if they're even gonna pay that much attention to all of them like they are with this merchant right now, because he was one of the guys I was kind of concerned about, only in the grand scheme if he wanted to continue to just make money, and he wasn't really about helping out and stuff, and he was only thinking about himself. He could have been a really big problem in the case of making so much influence and money and stuff like that, that he could do practically whatever he wants after a while, and people would be coming to his beck and call if he has the money to take care of everything they need. So I thought he could be a problem, but hearing about how he talks about his ideals and what he sees is a good thing within people is something that kind of gave him away as probably one of the least worrisome characters to be like, oh well, now he's gonna betray us because he has what he wants. No, he seems like he understands the concept of what he's doing in the business world. He seems to then incorporate it outside of the business world, which is pretty interesting as a whole. I like to know where they're gonna go with this story in the case of everybody and what they bring to the table, but to get this perspective of where he's coming from and how he sees things should be done and stuff like that was phenomenal. I really do appreciate his take on everything he does this week. He takes nothing from no one, right? Excuse me, he takes nothing from no one, and that's what actually makes this character even more conveying to watch, because he's doing all this with the knowledge of knowing everything that comes after it, right? He knows when he started up this business that towards the end, once they found out they're gonna have to go to war with the other people that they're trying to, knock out of the competition in general, he was like, oh well, this would have been so threatening if they did this much much earlier, right? So it's stuff like that that already puts him up there in the case of like, oh, this is a necessary step that was going to happen regardless of time. It just needed to happen sooner or later, and now that this is happening, the guy who he's challenging and wants to destroy because of the way he's monopolizing all of trades and stuff like that, he's gonna absolutely show everybody that, hey, the person you're getting all your stuff from and the person that owns all this is scum. And not only is he scum, but he knows he's scum, and that's why he's paying so much money to make sure no one else can get a hand in the business. So I already know how these things go with these terrible characters that love to just do things their own way and wind up losing a lot more than they gain because of it, because they're messing with the wrong people. But not only that, the ninja girl feels like she can fit into every single aspect of the story, and I mean that because she's practically the most important character in the show. With her getting information, with her getting the tiny bit of information that the person needed, she's the only reason why the whole entire deal kind of broke through with getting the permit for um, our moneymaker to even get his foot out there without being challenged by people, right? So if it wasn't for this ninja girl, we would the part of it would already been over, right? Like we would have been like, well, that it's been said and done. We lose because we don't have a permit, and just by someone coming up and saying, "Hey, do you have one?" and not having one, they've already lost part of a battle. So getting all things prepared and being ready for any type of attack on your business and different stuff like that is definitely what this character is all about, and he's already clearly dealt with it or just knows that it comes with the business. So because of that, he's ridiculously ready for whatever. So I hope that gives you guys some more insight on just why I think this was an amazing episode of him breaking down all of these things. And not only is it an amazing episode, they then show you that everything we learned and everything we found out this week was according to this guy's plan. Not only was it according to his plan, but he's teaching the whole time he's doing this, right? So not only does he know it's going to work, but he's in a position to be like, okay, this is how you should do stuff in the future, or this is how I'm doing it and why I'm doing it. So now when you watch me do it, if you really want to become big and do your own thing, now you have the formula. Now you know what to do. um, I really do like that aspect of this storytelling of just this week's episode, picking up a new girl that, you know, sure, she had greed in her eyes, but somehow he saw that greed as something more promising than just losing out on money or not being able to trust this person. So, or maybe he doesn't trust them and he just has such a good poker face that we would never know until, you know, he expects to be betrayed or something along those lines. So let me know what you guys are feeling about this show. We've only gotten like really one character now who's done something outside of the village and is showing us like what comes with the territory of these characters and how intelligent they are in their fields. So I definitely I was already sold on the first episode in the case of watching it and seeing it through. But for some, it's not that easy. So let me know if it's not the show for you, or if you really did enjoy this week's episode and want to see more of it, because as of now, like I was saying, they're going to battle for the center, like the town center, just where all the trading is happening and stuff. So now that they're going to show up and try to sell right next to the people who are selling, like at low prices, it's going to be that much more of an obvious, oh, these guys are selling the same quality for 2 times the price. So then they're going to have to start going down, and once they start going down, they won't make any profit. And yeah, it's going to get real interesting, and I hope you guys are ready for it, because you know I am. Your boy, the Anime G, is always ready for some good anime. But with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I will definitely talk to you guys sooner or later. There's so much anime that came out just today again. On Tuesday, there's no shows though. I think some other shows might still be dropping, is the overall deal there. But if not, and no shows come, I might try to fluctuate some of these shows from this day on to like Tuesday, or you know what I mean, not Tuesday, but a different day in general. So that being said, I will try to keep you guys in the loop and just continue to drop content as much as I can before I literally lose all energy from the from the day overall and watching stuff. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing one. With that, peace.